My neighbor's bulldog knocked up one of my cows.
Oh my gosh, that's brilliant. Is this even real? What is going on here? This is nuts. There's like 55 ways that you could be doing this that are all better than the way they're doing this here. Look, they're coming over the horizon. Okay, I need to try this one. Okay, toilet brush, attach it to a drill, and so now you have a scrubber brush. Oh, I think I should try this. Hey, Toby Dog, you want to give it a shot? Abby, you want to try it? You keep talking on it. Oh no, that's not good for dogs at all. This is a horrible idea. Don't do this, particularly if you have a long-haired dog. Maybe it requires the shorter hair of goats. Excuse me, boys. Barney, Larney, Telly. Whoa. So it's raining right now on the farm today, and so rather than go outside and work on my farm, I'm gonna stay inside this afternoon and take a look at some of the weirdest farms on the internet. And by the end of this video, I'm gonna see if I can award weirdest farm on the internet. So I got a can of Worcester water, I got a whole bunch of clips to watch, so let's crack one open and get started. Very refreshing. I never understand these 5-minute craft videos. Oh, it's like a composter, I'm assuming. Oh, it's a hay feed. That's actually pretty good. I bet they would like that if I built that for the goats. Would you guys want to see me build that for the goats? I think that that would be a pretty cool thing to build for the goats.
Go twice! Go twice! Go twice! Go twice! Come to me! Come to me, go twice! Go twice! Go twice! Go twice!
There you go, my little go twice.
Want to see how you can cure a whole bunch of onions with an onion hoop?
Oh my gosh, that's brilliant. So the idea of doing like a cattle panel trellis has been long done in the gardening world.
Just about any time I share anything from my garden, I get asked the same question. Hey, how do you make those arched trellises?
But what this lady is doing with like using it as a drying rack for onions is brilliant. Because like every year, my wife and I, we have this problem of we have all these onions and garlic. It takes up a lot of space. What she's doing is genius, and it takes like 1/5 the space. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that this fall. That's brilliant.
Ain't gonna believe this. My neighbor's bulldog knocked up one of my cows. I honestly didn't even know it could happen.
How is that even possible?
Wait, what? What did they just do there? You take live moss and you mix it with buttermilk. You paint it on a brick wall, and that actually makes the moss grow? Is that real?
Moss has been an obsession of mine for decades, and I've spent the last 7 years learning all about moss and its care.
You're probably wondering why buttermilk. So buttermilk has all kinds of properties in it that moss needs in order to start regrowing. The biggest one is that it has lactic acid in it, which basically brings the pH down to a proper acidic level that the moss needs. This is super useful because it helps retain moisture using the buttermilk, and then it also feeds it.
I'm seeing multiple sources say that that actually works. That is shocking. Why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense. Why would you fill a plastic bag with water and then cut a hole in the plastic bag, essentially destroying the plastic bag, and then drag it? There's like 55 ways that you could be doing this that are all better than the way they're doing this here.
We did human manure composting. And what I want to show you is this. This is at one time human waste, and you can tell it just becomes dirt over time.
I mean, that is true. You can compost human waste and use that as nutrients for growing food. You can also get yourself and the people who are eating your food very, very sick. So yes, you can do that. I would not do that. All right, let's talk about apple cider vinegar. It's doing no harm, so I don't actually mean to say that, but I don't think it's doing nearly as much good as sometimes people will tout. And then on top of it all, you're gonna waste a whole bunch of money, and there are many better things that you can do, just like improving your animal husbandry skills and the hygiene around your animals. Like, the more you can do to improve those things, it's gonna go way further than dumping buckets of apple cider vinegar on hay. It's the truth.
Before I had chickens, I really thought you just fed them and water them and they give you eggs and it's that easy. But there's a lot more to it. So for one thing, chickens are susceptible to fleas and mites. Did you know that? I didn't. So I get permethrin from the feed store and I put it in one of these bug sprayers here and fill it up with some water, and every couple weeks I sprayed the entire coop to keep the bugs away.
Okay, just don't do that. So permethrin, which is a chemical that's often used for insecticide, like it's used on cattle, it's used in like some flea and tick collars. Like if you have like tick repellent clothing they even sell these days, usually it's treated with permethrin. It works, it's effective. I would be very careful and I would not apply permethrin like she's doing. Like my goats, they had a flea and mite problem, and so I applied permethrin to them just, as an application. But it's not something you should do all the time, and it's not something you should do as a preventative measure either, because essentially what you're doing is creating resistance for those pests. And there's a lot of other beneficial life that is harmed by permethrin. So, for example, I don't use permethrin on my cattle because if I did, what would happen is that permethrin would be impacting the dung beetles, for example, that are going to, break down their manure. Permethrin is also actually very, very toxic for cats. And so you need to be very, very careful around that too. And so what she's doing is totally unnecessary. I've never had a significant flea or mite problem with any of my birds. And when it comes down to it, it's really just about good coop hygiene. If you're changing your bedding regularly, and if you're making sure they're just not living in their own poop and they have enough space per chicken, you're not going to have the problems where you're going to need to be just spraying permethrin willy-nilly. So don't do that at all. I feel like I'm scolding people a lot in this video. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be. I think I'm just cranky because it's been raining all afternoon.
If you take your fat ass down to Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, the works, buy 1 5-gallon bucket, 1 bag of garden soil, 1 $3 tomato, and 1 tomato cage. By the end of June, you're going to have tomatoes. Let me know how it goes.
So now the truth of the matter is, when I first started growing stuff as an adult, it was growing tomatoes on our rooftop in Brooklyn. It was not that different than this. Yeah, just like this lady's showing you, for less than $20, you can get a tomato plant going. But I think even beyond that, the sense of closeness to your food, as well as just having an enjoyable hobby, is all the value you're gonna get out of that. So I think that's actually some pretty good advice.
If Mad Max made a chicken coop, this would be that chicken coop. This is the chicken coop built for the apocalypse.
So my friend Justin Rhodes down in North Carolina, he has over the years designed this one type of chicken coop known as the chickshaw.
100 pounds of chickens in there. Just move this.
Oh, man. We all.
What this person seems to have done here is they're saying that they were having some predator problems, so they decided to predator-proof their chickshaw. That will work. That will keep the predators away, but what I would be so much more concerned with is injuring myself or one of the dogs or even one of the chickens, that I would not go that route. Whoa, what's going on here? Is this even real? It's like a factory farm with a pig, and then there's like this attractive woman in a dress walking around. Wow, look at that boar. Is this like a, I don't know, people sometimes have a thing for a thing. Is this one of those things? I don't understand what's going on in this video at all, but this is definitely a very weird situation. What the heck is going on here? Oh God. See, this is the other thing. Like, now you're watching these videos and you don't even know what happened, where this like goat is getting attacked by honeybees. I'm so confused. And it's not real. And now I'm having to discern if things are fake or real when I'm doing these reaction videos and videos pop up. Son of a gun. Yeah, you know, I think in about a week or so, I'm going to put Macho Man in with the girls, and they are going to all be very, very excited when that day comes. So I know what that's like to a certain extent. What is going on here? I think there's chaos when I feed my birds in the morning. I got nothing on this video. Holy smokes, what is going on here? This is nuts. That was pretty funny.
Hidden on a back road outside of San Marcos, Texas, lies one of the only body farms in the United States, the Freeman Ranch Body Farm. This 26-acre outdoor human decomposition research lab is funded by Texas State University and is currently home to about 50 donated bodies. Some of the bodies are protected by cages so that researchers can study the effects of bacterial decomposition on the body, and others are unprotected in the scalding sun so that researchers can track the effects of scavenging. It's been open since 2008, and the remains of 150 individuals have already been studied there. Another 200 still living people have pre-registered to add their bodies there for future research.
Congratulations, my friends. We have officially found the weirdest farm on the internet.
Yeah, sometimes I wish I didn't know that, because it sort of puts me in a tricky position going to jail-wise.
Now, the video I'm about to show you guys has been shown to me thousands of times, and people have told me about it so many times, and they want me to do this experiment too. Look, they're coming over the horizon. Holy smokes. So, I mean, at least for Farmer Derek here, it looks like he is able to call his cattle with a trombone. I don't play the trombone, but I do have a Bluetooth speaker. And so, do you guys think that this will work?
But whichever way I go, I come back to the place you are. All my instincts, they return. The grand facade, so soon will burn. Without a noise, without my pride, I'll reach out for me inside. The lights, the heat, I am complete.